Hey, it's Doc Williams, and in this video, we will predict the products of a combustion reaction and then balance that chemical equation. If we're looking at our general equations, we have a fuel plus or in the presence of oxygen will burn to form carbon dioxide and water. For this one, the products will always be carbon dioxide and water. So we can simply just copy that down and write that as our products. The only thing we need to do now will be to balance our chemical equation. We have carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen on both sides. I'm going to line these up to make it easier to keep track when I make my tally to balance. We have 4 carbons on the reactants, 10 hydrogen, and 2 oxygen. For the products, we have 1 carbon, 2 hydrogen, and 3 oxygens. We have to add all of the oxygen, even across the plus signs on the products, because all of these oxygen are still in the products. So we have to make sure we account for the oxygen in the carbon dioxide and in the water. When balancing these types of chemical reactions, I leave the oxygen for last. I start with the other atoms. Starting with carbon, I can add a coefficient of 4 on my products. And by doing that, I need to update all of the changes that caused. So now I have 4 carbons. And now I have 8 oxygens for the carbon dioxide plus the 1 for the water, which means I now have 9 oxygen. Still, do not stress the oxygen. Let's look at the hydrogen. I have 2 hydrogen in my products and 10 in my reactants. I can add a 5 on my product side, which will now give me 10 hydrogens, and 8 plus 5 would mean now I have 13 oxygens. So let me change my colors to show you what I'm going to do with the oxygens. Now that everything else is balanced and the only thing left are the oxygens, I use fractions to balance out the rest of the way. So I have 13 oxygens on my products and 2 on my reactants. So I will turn this 13 into a fraction over 2. 13 because this is the number I have on my products, and 2 being the number I have on my reactants. Now, the next step to get rid of this fraction will be to multiply everything out by the denominator, which is 2. And I'm just going to write this new one at the bottom. So that will give us 2 butanes. This 2 will cancel out, which will leave us 13 oxygens. This will give us now 8 carbon dioxides plus 10 waters. If you were to go through and add all of these up on both sides, you will see that this equation is now balanced. As always, thank you for watching.